Hey guys, what are we getting into today? Hey y'all, so today we are going to be getting into a Smokey Cat Eye type situation. I have wanted to do something like this for a little while now, but I just wasn't sure like when was the proper time. But thinking about it, girl, you can do that whenever you want. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this video. I do want to show you guys the palette that I do plan on using today. I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. This is one of her older palettes. I think this was like when she really first started coming out with palettes, but we are playing in things that we already have, okay? Like, that's a whole subject for another day. Like, I have a problem and the beauty community does not help me with my problem. So today, like I said, we're using the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, which has these really pretty like neutral tones, purples, you got oranges, some glitters. This is actually really good for every day. So sometimes you have people who are not makeup junkies like me and y'all don't have a bunch of palettes, but you want at least one or two palettes that have exactly what you need in it. I got you. This is one of those palettes that if you do want to invest in a more pricey palette, it's a little pricey, this is one that I would suggest, like, you know, giving it a shot. So yeah, we're going to jump into this. If you are new here, what up? My name is Lay. I do beauty, hygiene, and self-care videos. So if you are interested in looking good, smelling good, and feeling good, then this is definitely the channel for you. So please consider subscribing. I'm really trying to bring my numbers up, guys. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me. And let's go ahead and jump into this video. Okay, so I already did one eye off camera, and I also did my brows using this Makeup Revolution soap brow. I absolutely love this product. I don't have any additional products, so I didn't add any like brow pencil or brow powder to my eyebrows. I just simply did the soap brow and I cut the crease using this eye base. So I'm also taking this base. This is the P. Louise Base in Groomer 5, and I'm going to place that all over my lid. I'm not doing any cut crease or anything, so I'm just placing this all over the lid, including the crease area and around the sides. Now I'm using this Huda Beauty, this like chocolatey brown shade, and I'm not going to name the names because if you have the palette you can follow along, but if you don't, I want to make sure that you are using colors that are similar if this is the look that you're trying to go for. So I would go in with something like a warm tone brown, anything that works for your skin tone. Then around the edges I'm using this like orangey color on a more fluffy brush and blending that out. I kind of do this a little messy because I did not set my base before adding this color, so it is going to be more tacky-like. But then I went in with another fluffy brush and I just kind of blended it out a little more so that it was more on the like blown out side. I really don't want it to be like two definitive colors. I was just trying to get a nice warm tone brown for my crease area. Now taking a flat eyeshadow brush, I'm going in with this really cream matte eyeshadow and I'm going to place that all over the lid, just kind of patting and dusting it on the eyelid. I don't want it to be too like in your face because again, the star of the show is the liner. I'm using this Essence Super Last. It's like this black eyeliner. It's very, very opaque and it's very, very matte. And I've had it for quite some time now and it works wonders. So I'm just carving out the line and then I'm taking my, like, this is my ColourPop gel eye pencil and I'm just spreading that on top. I'm doing that so that I can blend it out. It just creates like a tacky base. Then I'm going in with this Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions palette. This is a really old palette, but I'm going in with this black shade and I'm just going to add just a tiny bit and then I'm going to blend it upwards towards the eyelid until it looks like a blurred out line. It doesn't have to be completely blurred out, just like to give that smoky effect. And then I also went in with that coffee color on top just to kind of blend it into the browns. Now I'm going to coat my upper lashes using mascara. This is an Essence mascara. I love Essence mascaras. They're very inexpensive, and since you have to change them out so frequently, I think it's a great investment-ish. So for lashes, I'm using these Glam Light Ice Cream lashes, which are really pretty. They're really thick. They give a nice dramatic... Okay, so now that we are done with the eyes, we can move on to face. I'm going to start by moisturizing my face, but I first want to take off. I have a little bit of makeup on from, I had to leave the house this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that so that my foundation isn't too cakey. And also like clean this up just a little. For moisturizer, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Super Hydrate, and it's a moisturizer with hydrating saqualane, which I'm not really sure if I'm saying that right, but it's a jelly-like moisturizer. I use this all the time whenever it is time to do face moisturizing. I feel like she layers really well under makeup because she's nice, she's hydrating, she's lightweight. It doesn't give you like that greasy feel. It's a nice it's a nice moisturizer. For primer today, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Prime Focus Primer Serum. This is the hydrating serum. It's a really pretty like pink liquidy type primer, and I love the way it looks, and two, I love the way it feels. It is also very moisturizing on the skin, so when your skin is like dry underneath your foundation, it can make you look cakey, and nobody wants that. All about this skin. So I've been liking putting on my concealer first. For concealer today, I'm using my Morphe concealers. I don't think they have any type of particular name, but I'm using the shade C2 and the shade C4 just because C2 is kind of light and C4 is kind of dark. I think I need like a C3. So I'm going to use my Juno sponge, which I have already moistened, and I'm going to blend that out. The only thing about Morphe concealers, you got to blend them out fast. So instead, I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me. This is the matte and poreless, normal to oily skin, and I'm using the shade 332 Golden Caramel. Way too much. Like, look how much came out. That's too much. I know that this is one of the better drugstore foundations, and for good reason. Okay, so for setting powder, I'm going to be using this Hard Candy Sheer Envy Bake, Brighten, and Set Loose Finishing Setting Powder. What a name, okay? I'm going to just use a Real Techniques brush and pat that underneath my eyes to set the powder. Okay, so now we are all easy baked oven. Let's go ahead and move on to bronzer. For bronzer, I'm going to be using this Morphe palette. This is the Highlight and Contour 8H Hi-Fi Bronzing and Highlighting Palette. So we have 4 bronzers and 4 highlighters. Today, I think I'm going to use the Debutant bronzer. For blush, I'm going to use an oldie but a goodie. This is actually like an old blush, so hopefully this works out. I'm going to be using my Milani Baked Powder Blush. This is in the shade 05 Luminoso. This bad boy was super popular like back in the day. Fingers crossed she can still do the girls justice. Highlighter, real quick. I'm gonna go in with this Too Faced highlighter. This is like a rose gold type highlighter. I kind of wanted to keep it really soft and subtle, and even though it looks like a diamond, it is not very like in your face type highlighter. So this is the Too Faced Love Light Prismatic highlighter, and this is in the shade Ray of Light. The little heart, that's what gets me. Tip top. And then I'm going to intensify it by putting on my nose. let's move back to under the eye. I'm going to take my ColourPop BFF Cream Gel Liner in the shade Swerve, and I'm going to tight line underneath my lower lash line. Now I'm going to take this Morphe M213 brush, and I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line using the Huda Beauty Smoky Obsession palette. I'm going to use that like coffee brown that I used in my crease area. I'm going to take my mascara and coat my lower lash line, and I'm also going to, you know, create that peak on the inner lash part. Dusting away this powder. To set my face, I'm using this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, one of my favorites, and like it's just immaculate. Okay, we are set and ready to go. So for lips, I'm going to be lining them using this Morphe lip liner in the shade Vibes. Probably one of my favorite lip liners. This has definitely taken over. Like, do you remember how popular Cork was? That's Vibes now, and it's inexpensive, so like, sorry MAC. And for lip gloss, I'm going in with this Morphe gloss, which is so pretty. This is in the shade Freebird. It's a really pretty nude, opaque lip gloss. There she is. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe to my channel, especially if you made it this far. And until next time, beauties, mwah, stay blessed.